It's 6 a.m. I got some production orders going on in the shop right now, but the thing I'm most excited about today is I have finally started working on the new 4x4 Shapeoko 5 Pro wasteboard slats. Let's go check them out. All right, so let's make our way into the shop and I'll show you what we got going on here today. Okay, first things first, over here on the Monport 150 watt, we got some box parts being cut out. Can't really see them that good here, maybe from here. These are just sides for the boxes that I make. And we have a few here just in various parts of production. These ones are ready for stain. These ones here on my drying rack have already been stained, they're waiting for finish. And then, of course, the big thing that I want to talk about today is what we got going on the CNC. So it's going to be a little bit loud over here, but we finally started production on the new 4x4 upgraded wasteboard slats for the Shapeoko 5. And, you know, this has just been a long time coming. I've had so many different requests for this in the past because I don't know if you know this or not, I do offer a 2x2 and a 2x4 version of my wasteboard slats that include 20mm dog holes plus threaded inserts. So it gives you a little bit more clamping capability and jig setup, you know, lots of different options. I also sell those two versions in the stock setup as well. So if you want to create your own, you know, your own pattern of dog holes or your own pattern of threaded inserts, or you just want the plain stock ones, totally cool as well. I offer those as well on my website. And you know, the thing about the wasteboards as well is like they're not only made out of 3/4 inch MDF, they're made out of 1 inch MDF. So they're slightly thicker, they're 1/4 inch thicker. So that gives you more passes on your surfacing. So they're gonna last a little bit longer as well too. So make sure you go check those out. You know, the 4x4 version has been a long time coming because frankly, the 4x4s were tough to make because they're 49 inches long. And you cannot cut 49 inches on the Shapeoko 5 Pro. It's a 2x4 machine or a 4x4 machine, but about 48 inches is your max cutting capacity. So you're not even able to cut out the 4x4 wasteboards on the 4x4 machine. So, I had a couple different options. I considered outsourcing the design and had someone cut it out on a 4x8 machine, but even that has a major problem, and the major problem with that is shipping. It would be incredibly expensive to ship a 49 inch or 50 inch package for that matter, 12 slats times 50 or 49 inches plus the packaging material and whatnot. You're looking at a 50-inch box, and when you're shipping things, like, you have to really look at the most efficient use of your packaging material as possible, because once you cross a certain length, like can't remember off the top of my head, but let's say 30 inches, UPS or USPS, FedEx, they're all going to charge you an increased amount for an oversized package. So what did I do to get around that? Let me show you real quick here. So my wasteboard design is comprised of two parts of the slat. So you have a male part here, which is connected with this puzzle piece into the female slot here. And this is a really nice press. This is a really nice press fit. These are machined to go together just like so. And now we have a full 49 inch Shapeoko 5 4x4 slat. Now, as I said, I'm going to get away from the noise right now. Now, as I said, that is hugely important for shipping because these things are already heavy. I use ultralight MDF, so it's a lighter version of normal MDF, so it's about 20% lighter, but still, I mean, you're talking 12 slats times 49 inches. They're about, I think it's about 35 pounds total. If I remember right, the 2x4 version is like 16, 17 pounds to ship. And so this is double that. So we're talking 30 pounds, 35 pounds. That adds up. And so I'm really trying to keep shipping costs down on this. I have no control over what everyone charges for shipping. So it's already an expensive item, I understand. So cutting it in half like this and shipping it in this manner, it helps keep the cost down, because if I didn't do this and I went through all this work and I somehow was able to cut these out in the full one-piece length, shipping would probably be triple what it is, what I'm charging now. I could get these out to most, I'm in California, I can get these out to most places for about 40 bucks. If you're in California or other Western states, it's probably more like 30. So it's a drastic decrease in shipping costs. So this applies to any product. If you're out there and you're running a business and you're designing products, always keep your packaging in mind, because it's one of the most important, if not the most important aspect of each product, aside from the design of the product itself. But if you're coming up with something new, then design it in such a way that it ships in the best possible way that helps you out. All right, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to jump in and show kind of what I'm working on. I actually need to get back to work because I got boxes to stain. I've got some lids to sand and to stain. I've got more parts to cut out over here on the laser. And of course, I got to watch and keep feeding this CNC because I got to crank out these parts. I got a lot of people interested. Remember, if you're interested in purchasing this wasteboard or the 2x4 or the 2x2 version, either in the upgraded version or the stock setup, go check out my website. That's the only place you can get them right now, brettslasergarage.com. I've got them up, they're live. Let's get you cutting well on your CNC with a brand new wasteboard. I really believe in this product. I think they're really great. I want to throw out a special thanks to Dave over at the Clack Shack. I really appreciate all your help, man. I don't own a 4x4 CNC. I don't own the Shapeoko 4x4. So, you know, designing this was a challenge in itself. I had all the specifications for where the holes and everything were supposed to go, the mounting locations. But, you know, you never know unless you actually physically test it out on a machine. So he was able to do that for me and to install it, and he did a quick video on it showing how he surfaces it. So I'm going to link that to this video. But David, I really appreciate all your help, man. I couldn't have done it without you. And, you know, I just really look forward to getting these out to more people because I really think they can help out a lot. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching, and we got some more videos coming up. I'm going to be doing some more UV printing stuff later this weekend. I got a couple more videos to produce for that, and then got a new laser in as well. I'll show you that real quick. We got in the Monport. This is the GA100 100-watt fiber laser. So got that set up, really easily set up, and getting ready to start doing some testing and some little projects on that. So stay tuned for that. There's also much more to come. So I appreciate everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video, or make sure you like and subscribe to the channel because we got tons more stuff coming up. It's just going to be really going hard and producing a lot of content in the next few weeks. Been gone for a little while, as you know, moving. If you haven't seen my new shop, I did a little shop tour of this, so you can go check back my past videos and check out everything we got going on here. It's going to continue to change, but this is where we're at now, and look forward to how we're going to grow here in the future. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you later.